Time for rise and script. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, let us rise and see. It's time for rise and scripts. Oh, yes, indeed. Shalom, everybody. What up, man? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Rising Scripts and Shalom. Man, what's up, man? What's the business with you? How you feeling today? I hope you had a wonderful Sabbath yesterday. Man, it's been storming all night. But hold the rain, get my plants right. Oh, man. We up and at 'em today, man. We are up and at 'em. We are up and at it today, so we got to get up and get it. We have to get up and get it with Rising Scripts. Man, that cool air feels so good coming through the window. Oh, man, wonderfully. All praises to the Most High for this breath to breathe, because as long as we have breath to breathe, then we have all we need to succeed, and the objective is in what it ain't and what we can and what we can't. And for that, we're going to have to open up the scriptures and read and see what it is and what does it say. Rising Scripts. We're going to pick back up in Second Maccabees. Second Maccabees, we're going to read chapters 9 through 11 today. Chapter 9 through 11 today. That is the objective for today. Rising Scripts, baby. Oh, man. I can see my garden from here. Eee! I can't wait till I get the rest done and plant some more shit. Oh, Lord, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. It's going to be beautiful. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's going to be good, man. I got to figure out a damn rain catch system, another rain catch system. I think I'm going to put some gutters on my little building in the back. I got like a little carport thing back there. I should probably put a gutter system on it. That gutter system will do. Man, hold up. It'll catch a lot of water. One on each side. But anyway, we're here for Rising Scripts today, man. Rising Scripts. Man, we was reading some stuff in the Maccabees, man. A lot of people was dying, and they be dying. Boy, they ain't have no problem maiming you back then in them days. They ain't have no problem doing you dirty, putting you in cauldrons, cutting off different parts of your body, your tongue, your arms, your head, whatever. They ain't have no problem doing that. I already got my little workout in already for this morning. Got up, did me about 100 jumping jacks, some knees, some mountain climbers, did me some bench presses. Shit, I already got my little workout already, man. I'm tired already. Shalom, Randy. What up? But before we get started in Rising Scripts, man, let's go ahead and go through the books of the Bible. Shalom. Ain't no garlic bacon. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Well, maybe beef bacon. Mm-hmm. Lamb bacon. Let's go through the books of the Bible, man. We're going to start off with the milk, because these is part of the milk, man. This is the beginning of learning, just reading. Reading is the beginning of learning. Yes, there's a certain way you're supposed to read, but, here a little and there, the Bible tells you how you're supposed to read it, but we're just reading through the books. That is the objective, just to read. Grab the books one by one and read them and see if there's anything we can learn and grow from. What treasures await us? What can we find in them? Is it something that sticks out to you? Is it something that sticks out to me? These are the things that we're trying to see. So the books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. First Esdras, Second Esdras, Tobit, Judith, the rest of Esther, the Wisdom of Solomon, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, Baruch, the Song of the Three Holy, Susanna, the destruction of Bel and the dragon, the prayer of Manasseh, First Maccabees, Second Maccabees, which we are in the Apocrypha, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, First Corinthians, Second Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, First Thessalonians, Second Thessalonians, First Timothy, Second Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, First Peter, Second Peter, First John, Second John, Third John, Jude, and Galatians. Let me make sure I didn't miss, because yes, I got it right. The Galatians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians. That's the order, and I said it correctly, but sometimes that order be getting me mixed up. I don't know, man. I don't know, Randy. My number one is to, it's a lot of it, man. Learn some shit, read some shit, do some shit, grow some shit, build some shit, hunt some shit, fish some shit, just to be better all around, be better, and give my children a better example. Give them an example that for one day, they say the things that are on the internet will be around forever. So, well, not forever, but they'll be here even long after you're gone. So long after I'm gone, my children can go back and watch me and the things that I have done. And, hopefully if they haven't learned some things while they're young, maybe it's more treasures in them and more jewels that they can gather from them once they get older and they can understand a little bit better, but it's also, it's not necessarily on YouTube, but it's for them to see me doing these things. They see me reading on YouTube when they're up. They see me building stuff, even off of YouTube building. But for my children who aren't in the house with me, they have the capability to see me whenever they want. They can go and do the same thing, look and see the things that my father has done, the things that my father tried to teach me, that maybe they didn't want to listen to at the time. But it's to be better. It's growth, better, persistence. Try to build better habits, and hopefully within me doing those things and trying to build better habits for myself, hopefully somebody else can grow with that. Hopefully they can take that, maybe a seed planted in themselves, and they can build better habits for themselves. They can rearrange their mind frame and their thinking processes and be better themselves. That is really the objective. That is the objective of my channel. And if I make money in the process of doing it, I'll take that too. I'll take that too. But let's get started, man. Let's blow up the trumpets, man, before we get to chapter 9, so we can be remembered, so we can be heard. The same way that the kings and the priests of old blew the trumpets in time of war, in time of praise, in time of feast days. They blew up the trumpets so the Most High could hear them. And for the righteous ones, the ones that were right, doing right in the sight of the Lord, he came to help them. So. I blew horrible this morning. My chickens hear me. Here, chickens. Hear that, chickens. Take that. You want to crow at me? Crow at me, chickens. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can hear him. I hear him. Yeah, I didn't blow good this morning. It wasn't deep enough. It really wasn't deep enough. Maybe that's just my ears. Maybe just my ears not hearing it right. It don't sound as loud. It sounds a different tone. But anyway, let's get it, man. Let's get it. Second Maccabees, and we're almost done with Second Maccabees as well. We're almost done with Second Maccabees. Second Maccabees has 15 chapters in it. We're on chapter 9, and we're going to read to chapter 11. And it's time to wake up and seek. Rise and seek. Rise and seek out the face of the Most High. Seek his face early. Chapter 9. About that time came Antiochus with dishonor out of the country of Persia. For he had entered the city called Persepolis, and went about to rob the temple and to hold the city. Whereupon the multitude, running to defend themselves with their weapons, put them to flight. And so it happened that Antiochus, being put to flight of the inhabitants, returned with shame. Now when he came to Ecbatana, news was brought him that of what had happened unto Nicanor and Timotheus. And then swelling with anger, he thought to avenge upon the Jews the disgrace done unto him, by those that made him flee. And therefore commanded he his chariot man to drive without ceasing and to dispatch the journey. The judgment of God now following him. For he had spoken proudly in this sort, that he come to Jerusalem and make it a common burying place of the Jews. And the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, smote him with the incurable and invisible plague. For as soon as he had spoken these words, a pain in his bowels that was remediless came upon him, and sore torments of his inner parts. And that most justly, for he had tormented other men's bowels with many and strange torments. Howbeit, he nothing at all ceased from his bragging, but still was filled with pride, and breathing out fire in his rage against the Jews, and commanding to haste the journey. But it came to pass that he fell down from his chariot, carried violently, so that having a sore fall, all the members of his body were in much pain. Oh, Lord! Oh, good Jeebus. Dagon! Oh, help me, Dagon, whatever his God was. Baal, God damn it. Oh, I can see in my mind, boys falling from bicycles and hitting that ground hard, all like on ridiculousness. That's what your ass get, Antiochus. Oh, shit. And thus he that a little afore thought he might command the waves of the sea, so proud was he beyond the condition of man, and weigh the high mountains in a balance, was now cast on the ground and carried in an horse litter, shewing forth unto all that the manifest power of God. So that the worms rose up out of the body of this wicked man, and whilst he lived in sorrow and pain, his flesh fell away, and the filthiness of his smell was noisome to all his army. Ooh, that boy, he said he smelled like that BBL smell. Oh, you smell like that Antiochus. Boy, worms in them. Man that thought a little afore he could reach to the stars of heaven, no man could endure to carry for his intolerable stink. That boy was funky. Now here, therefore, being plagued, he began to leave off his great pride and to come to the knowledge of himself by the scourge of God, and his pain increasing every moment. And when he himself could not abide his smell, he said these words, it is meet to be subject unto God, and that a man that is mortal should not proudly think of himself as if he were God. This wicked person vowed also unto the Lord, who now no more would have mercy upon him, saying thus, that the holy city to the which he was going in haste, to lay it even with the ground, and to make it a common burying place, he would set at liberty. And touching the Jews, whom he had judged not worthy so much as to be buried, but to be cast out with their children to be devoured of the fowls and wild beasts, he would make them all equals to the citizens of Athens. And the holy temple, which before he had spoiled, he would garnish with goodly gifts and restore all the holy vessels with many more, and out of his own revenue defray the charges belonging to. And yea, and that also he would become a Jew himself, and go through all the world that was inhabited and declare the power of God. But for all this, his pains would not cease, for the just judgment of God was come upon him. And therefore, despairing in his health, he wrote unto the Jews the letter underwritten, containing the form of a supplication after this manner. Antiochus, king and governor, to the good Jews, or is the good Jews now, to the good Jews, his citizens, wisheth much joy, health, and prosperity. If ye and your children fare well, and your affairs be to your contentment, I give very great thanks to God, having my hope in heaven. And as for me, I was weak, or else I would have remembered kindly your honor and goodwill. And returning out of Persia and being taken with a grievous, I thought it necessary to care for the common safety of all. Not distrusting mine health, but having great hope to escape this sickness, but considering that even my father, at what time he led an army into the high countries, appointed a successor, and to the end that, if anything fell out contrary to expectation, or if any tidings were brought that were grievous, they of the land, knowing to whom the state was left, might not be troubled. And again, considering how that the princes that are borders and neighbors unto my kingdom wait for opportunities to expect what shall be the event, I have appointed my son Antiochus king, whom I often committed and commanded unto many of you, when I went up into the high provinces, to whom I have written as followeth. Therefore, I pray and request you to remember the benefits that I have done generally, and in special, and that every man will be still faithful to me and my son. For I am persuaded that he understanding my mind will favorably and graciously yield to your desires. Thus, the murderer and blasphemer, having suffered most grievously, as he entreated other men, so died he a miserable death in a strange country in the mountains. And Philip, that was brought up with him, carried away his body, who also, fearing the son of Antiochus, went into Egypt to Ptolemy Philometor. Chapter 10. Now Maccabees and his company, the Lord guiding them, recovered the temple and the city. But the altars which the heathen had built in the open street, and also the chapels they pulled down, cleansed the temple, they made another altar, and striking stones, they took fire out of them, and offered a sacrifice after 2 years, and set forth incense and lights and showbread. Now, when that was done, they fell flat down and besought the Lord that they might come no more into such troubles. But if they sinned any more against him, that he himself would chasten them with mercy, and that they might not be delivered unto the blasphemous and barbarous nations. Now, upon the same day that the strangers profaned the temple, on the very same day it was cleansed again, even the 25th day of the same month, which is Caslu. This is the Feast of Dedications. And they kept 8 days with gladness, as in the Feast of Tabernacles, remembering that not long afore, they had held the Feast of Tabernacles as they wandered in the mountains and dens like beasts, and therefore they bare branches and fair boughs and palms also, and sang psalms unto him that had given them good success in cleansing his place. They ordained also by the common statute and decree that every year those days should be kept in the whole nation of the Jews. And this was the end of Antiochus, called Epiphanes. Now will we declare the acts of Antiochus Eupator, who was the son of this wicked man, gathering briefly the calamities of the wars. So you got Antiochus Epiphanes and Antiochus Eupator. Antiochus Epiphanes, the father, Antiochus Eupator, the son. Let me write that down. The father. The son. Antiochus Eupator and Antiochus Epiphanes. This shit don't work. Yeah, this is the one. Now, will we declare the acts of Antiochus Eupator, who was the son of this wicked man, gathering briefly the calamities of the wars? And so, when he was come to the crown, he set one Lysias over the affairs of his realm, and appointed him chief governor over Seleucia and Phoenice. For Ptolemaeus, that was called Macron, choosing rather to do justice unto the Jews for the wrong that had been done unto them, endeavored to continue peace with them, and whereupon, being accused of the king's friends before Eupator, and called traitor at every word, because he had left Cyprus, that Philometor had committed unto him, and departed to Antiochus Epiphanes, and seeing that he was in no honorable place, he was so discouraged that he poisoned himself and died. Damn. But when Gorgias was governor of the wholes, and he nourished war continually with the Jews, and therewithal the Idumeans, having gotten into their hands the most commodious wholes, kept the Jews occupied, and receiving those that were banished from Jerusalem, they went about to nourish war. And then they that were with Maccabees made supplication and besought God that he would be their helper. And so they ran with violence upon the strongholds of the Idumeans, and assaulting them strongly, they won the wholes, and kept off all that fought upon the wall, and slew all that fell into their hands, and killed no fewer than 20,000. And because certain who were no less than 9,000 were fled together into 2 very strong castles, having all manner of things convenient to sustain the siege, Maccabees left Simon and Joseph and Zacchaeus also, and them that were with him, who were enough to besiege them, departed himself unto those places which more needed his help. Excuse me. Now they that were with Simon, being led with covetousness, were persuaded for money, and threw certain of those that were in the castle, and took 70,000 drachms, and let some of them escape. But when it was told Maccabeus what was done, he called the governors of the people together, and accused those men that they had sold their brethren for money, and set their enemies free to fight against them. So he slew those that were found traitors, and immediately took the two castles. And having good success with his weapons and all things he took in hand, he slew in the two holes more than 20,000. Now Timotheus, who the Jews had overcome before, when he had gathered a great multitude of foreign forces and horses out of Asia, not a few, came as though he would take Jewry by force of arms. But when he drew near, that they that were with Maccabeus turned themselves to pray unto God, and sprinkled earth upon their heads, and girded their loins with sackcloth, and fell down at the foot of the altar, and besought him that be merciful to them, and to be an enemy to their enemies, and an adversary to their adversaries, as the law declareth. So after the prayer, they took their weapons and went on further from the city. And when they drew near to their enemies, they kept by themselves. Now the sun being newly risen, they joined both together, and one part having together with their virtue, their refuge, also unto the Lord, for a pledge of their success and victory, and the other side making their rage leader of their battle. When the battle waxed strong, there appeared unto the enemies from heaven 5 comely men upon horses, with bridles of gold, and 2 of them led of Jews, and took Maccabeus betwixt them, and covered him on every side with their weapons, and kept him safe, but shot arrows and lightnings against the enemies, so that being confounded with blindness and full of trouble, they were killed. How many people? How many had? 5 comely men upon horses. And took Maccabeus and covered him on every side. Two on each side and one in the back, maybe. And they kept him safe, but shot arrows and lightnings against the enemies, so that being confounded with blindness and full of trouble, they were killed. Who is that nigga on them nags? Now there were slain men 20,500 and 600 horsemen. And as for Timotheus himself, he fled into a very stronghold called Gazera, where Charius was governor. But they that were with Maccabeus laid siege against the fortress courageously 4 days. And they that were within, trusting to the strength of the place, blasphemed exceedingly and uttered wicked words. And nevertheless, upon the 5th day, early young men of Maccabeus' company, inflamed with anger because of the blasphemies, assaulted the wall manly, and with a fierce courage killed all that they met withal. Now others likewise ascending after them, whilst they were busied with them that were within, burnt the towers, and kindling fires burnt the blasphemers alive. And others broke open the gates, and having received in the rest of the army, took the city, and killed Timotheus, that was hid in a certain pit, and Cheras, his brother, with Apollophanes. And when this was done, they praised the Lord with psalms and thanksgiving, who had done so great things for Israel and given them the victory. Chapter 11. Not long after this, Lysias, the king's protector, the cousins, who was also managing, took sore displeasure for the things that were done. And when he had gathered about 80,000 with all the horsemen, he came against the Jews, thinking to make the city an habitation of the Gentiles, and to make a gain of the temple as of the other chapels of the heathen, and to set the high priesthood to sell every year, and not at all considering the power of God, but puffed up with his 10,000s of footmen, and his thousands of horsemen, and his 80 elephants. So he came there and drew near to Bootsoulja, which was a strong town, but distant from Jerusalem about 4 furlongs, and he laid sore siege unto him. How much is a furlong? How long is a furlong in miles? How long is a furlong?
1 furlong, US, is 220 yards.
Hmm. 220 times 3. 220 times 3, 660 feet. Yes. 660 feet. How many feet in a mile? How many feet in a mile?
1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet.
Not even a mile. Not even a mile. Oh, I lied. My bad. How long is a furlong?
1 furlong, US, is equivalent to 220 yards.
And it was 5 furlongs. Okay, so times 5. 1,000. 1,100 yards. 1,100 yards. 3,300 feet. So it's almost a mile. Almost a mile. Almost a mile. I wonder how they measured it though. Almost a mile. Now, when they that were with Maccabees heard that he besieged the holes, they and all the people with lamentation and tears besought the Lord that he would send a good angel to deliver Israel. And then Maccabees himself, first of all, took weapons, exhorting the others that they would jeopard themselves together with him, their brethren. So they went forth together with the willing mind. And as they were at Jerusalem, there appeared before them a horseback, one in white clothing, shaking his armor of gold. And then they praised the merciful God all together and took heart. And insomuch that they were ready, not all only to fight with men, but with most cruel beasts, and to pierce through walls of iron. Thus they marched forward in their armor, having an helper from heaven. For the Lord was merciful unto them, and giving a chance upon their enemies like lions, upon their enemies like lions, they slew 11,000 footmen and 1,600 horsemen, and put all the others to flight. Many of them, also being wounded, escaped naked, and Lysias himself fled away shamefully, and so escaped. And who, as he was a man of understanding, casting with himself the loss he had, and considering that the Hebrews could not be overcome, because the Almighty God helped them, he sent unto them and persuaded them to agree to all reasonable conditions, and promised that he would persuade the king that he must needs to be a friend unto them. And then Maccabees consented to all that Lysias desired, being careful of the common good. And whatsoever Maccabees wrote unto Lysias concerning the Jews, the king granted it. For there were letters written unto the Jews from Lysias to this effect: Lysias unto the people of the Jews sendeth greeting. John and Absalom, who were sent from you, delivered me the petition subscribed, and made requests for the performance of the contents thereof. Therefore, what things soever were meet to be reported to the king, I have declared them, and he hath granted as much as might be. If then we will keep yourselves loyal, state hereafter also will I endeavor to be a means of your good. But of the particulars I have given orders both to these and to others that came from me to commune with you, fare ye well. And the 148th year, and the 24th day of the month, Dioscorinthius. Now the king's letter contained these words: King Antiochus unto his brother Lysias sendeth greetings. Since our father is translated into the gods, or our will is that they that are in our realm live quietly, that every one may attend upon his own affairs. And we understand also that would not consent to our father for to be brought unto the custom of the Gentiles, but had rather keep their own manner of living, for the which cause they require of us that we should suffer them to live after their own laws. Wherefore, our mind is that this nation shall be in rest, and we have determined to restore them their temple, that they may live according to their customs of their forefathers, that thou shalt do well therefore to send unto them and grant them peace. And when they are certified of our mind, that they may be our of good comfort, and ever go cheerfully about their own affairs. And the letter of the king unto the nation of the Jews was after this manner: King Antiochus sendeth greeting unto the country and the rest of the Jews. If ye fare well, we have our desire, we are also in good health. And men declared unto us that your desire was to return home and to follow your own business. Wherefore, that they that will depart shall have safe conduct till the 30th day of Xanthicus with security. And the Jews shall use their own kind of meats and laws as before. And none of them any manner of ways shall be molested for things ignorantly done. I have sent also Menelaus, that he may comfort you. Fare ye well. And in the 140 and 8th year, and the 15th day of the month Xanthicus, the Romans also sent unto them a letter containing these words. Quintus Minimus and Titus Manlius, ambassadors of the Romans, send a greeting unto the people of the Jews. And whatsoever Lysias the cousin hath granted, therewith we also are well pleased. But touching such things as he judged to be referred to the king, after ye have advised thereof, send one forthwith, that we may declare as it is convenient for you. For we are now going to Antioch, and therefore send some with speed, that we may know what is your mind, and farewell this 108th and 40th year, the 15th day of the month Xanthicus. And that was, we're gonna stop there. That was Second Maccabees chapter 9 through 11. Chapter 9 through 11. 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, tomorrow, Lord willing, we'll get up and we'll finish off Second Maccabees with chapter 12, 13, 14, and 15. We'll finish that off. Oh man, everybody want to write to them. All these Roman names, man. Manlius, the Xanthicus, the months that, oh man, the names that they had. Well, when the people was doing what they were supposed to be doing, the Most High put it in the spirit of the other nations, man. Y'all better treat my people right. Or I'm gonna lay y'all down tonight. Oh man, I can see Antiochus falling off that damn chariot, man. That shit was funny in my mind, man. Oh man. Oh Lord. Oh, my legs, my arms, my neck, and my back. Oh. Poor Antiochus. Antiochus Epiphanes. Hey, you want to blaspheme? And you gonna get it, baby. And they say, well, it was funky. The stank. He couldn't even stand the stench himself. Even the armies was like, oh man, get this boy away. This boy stank. It's funky. Smell like old funky BBL. Hey, but that was Second Maccabees in the Apocrypha. I hope that it was something you could take from it. Hey, it was some treasures for me. Being able to see the things in my mind that I read brings joy and laughter to my mind and heart. That thing is funny, man. Especially after watching, like I said, after watching stuff like ridiculousness, when you read things like this in the Bible, man, or in the scriptures, shit like that stands out to me. Stuff like that stands out to me. Like even, it's coming up, we haven't read it yet, but there's another priest, of another priest that's coming up, and he gonna do some stuff. He gonna stage dive. And when he stage dive, because they were coming to take the tower and force him to eat, because he didn't want to eat the swine, they was gonna come kill him. Or he knew that whoever it was, if they got hold of him, that they were going to parade him around, and he already knew that they was going to do horrible things to him and to defile his body. So he was like, man, I'd rather kill myself. So he tried to fall upon his sword, and it cut him, but he missed. And it cut him, but he didn't die. So the enemy broke into the tower, and he saw a bunch of them down there. So he was like, okay, well, since I didn't die falling on the sword, I'm going to jump down and I'm going to take a few. So he jumped off so he stage dive. And when he stage dive and the people saw him coming down, everybody moved like it was a fat man. Everybody moved, and that boy hit that ground. Bam! And then he got up And when he got up in the midst of all them people, his stomach was cut open from missing from the sword, and his guts was coming out. So he ran through the crowd, throwing his guts on people, talking about the Most High, the Lord gonna give me this back. You know, I thought that was. In my mind, I first read it, man, I just saw him stage dive, man. Once again, watching ridiculousness. I saw him stage diving, and everybody moving like Moses parted the Red Sea. Yeah, boy, hit that ground hard. I know he hit that ground hard. Oh man. But hey, it was a good reading. I read it decently. Decently today. Oh man. My body had been hurting, so I hadn't been coming up. I didn't want to do no exercises. But I did a little bit this morning. I didn't want to do no exercises. That's 700 things. I didn't want to do the 700 things. But I'll just have to break it down while my body recoups, so we can go ahead and get started on the Africans in colonial, the Africans in colonial Louisiana, the next book on the reading list for Reading with Shalom. Man, oh man, which I think is going to be pretty decent. I think it's going to have a lot of good information, especially being that I'm from Louisiana and in Louisiana. So some good things to learn about Louisiana. The development of the Afro-Creole culture in the 18th century. Shalom! All praises to the Most High, man. Oh, my son. All praises, man. I'm glad the Most High allowed you to open your eyes and breathe another day. You feel good. And as long as you have breath to breathe, Mr. Manoah, then you have all you need to succeed today. So what do we have to do today? Succeed. Yes, we do. And no matter what you do today, let's succeed, son. I know you can. I know you can. Succeed at little, then work your way up and succeed at big, son. Succeed. Now, did you brush your teeth? Okay. So you need to go succeed at brushing your funky mouth. Oh, Lord, it stinks. You smell like Antiochus. Antiochus mouth. You looking handsome, though? Look at you, my handsome son. Oh, you're looking strong and handsome today. Yes, I like it. I like it when you look strong and handsome. Mighty man. Warrior. Antiochus mouth, though. Ooh, Antiochus mouth. Smell like Antiochus. I love you, my son. Oh, my boy. Go brush your Antiochus mouth. Ugh, Antiochus mouth. Smell like Antiochus. Hey, but I was rising scripts for today. Yeah, my bad. I don't know what was happening. But once again, I succeeded in what I had to do today. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day and succeed in the things you have to do. As long as you have breath to breathe, then you have all you need to succeed, man. Succeed. You have all you need to succeed. So you need to do so. Sometimes it's the little things, man. Sometimes it's the little things. You know, there's the little things that can help prepare you, forth for the big things. Little things that can help prepare you forth for the big things. You need the confidence sometimes. That's what you need, confidence, And the confidence can be gained by succeeding at the little things. But take your time, man. Open your scriptures. Read a little bit for yourself. Learn a little bit for yourself. You might find something new. You might find something new. Get out there in your garden. If you in an area that's not raining, maybe go fishing. If you're in an area that got water, go fishing. Go do something. Learn something. Build something. Read something. You know, put something better in your mind than what you have been allowing in your mind. Take charge of yourself. Take charge, take control of yourself. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. And let's push forward. One day at a time. One book at a time, man. Shit. A little, there a little, line upon line until we seek and find the truths and the treasures that have been left behind. They're there for us to grasp. They're there for us to get. The spoils of war and the booties that we can't miss. Man, let's get it. The booty, the bounty, the wisdom, the gems, the jewels, the precious stones. They're there for us. They're there for us. Take your day. Take the day. Take the day. Get yourself started. Get up. Exercise. Lose a little weight. You might be here a little longer. Eat better. You might grow a little stronger. Be righteous. You might get a little more honor. And those that come after you, if not being a better you for you, be better for those that's come after you. Those that are watching you when you think that you're being watched. Like your children, they see you day in and day out. They're watching you. So you're setting an example, whether you understand it, like to acknowledge it or not. Be a better example. Shalom, everybody. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. We'll try to come back later. I'll see what's up, man. I need to go get me some trash cans so I can start making some compost bins. Yeah, we'll see what's going down, man. We'll see what's going down. In the groove tonight. But till next time, man. Shalom. Hope you have a wonderful day. Shalom out.